Hey, welcome back to the show. A statement issued from the office of the Ga Manche has cautioned politicians to stay away from the Ga traditional matters, which they blame for the numerous litigation issues that has plagued the Ga state. According to the statement, some officials in government are using their positions to fuel the tensions in the region for their political interest. The statement, signed on behalf of the paramount stew, Jase Ni Amugi Takiya Boy, also warned that they should not be taken for granted in their quest to ensure peace is maintained in the region. Joining us in the studio is Ni Taki Yaboy, who speaks for the Ga Manche. There were some security threats after the other group tried installing a chief earlier. What is the current state of affairs?
Thank you very much. I brought this document here so that you could peruse it and see it as evidence to whatever statements we have issued. The supposed clash that you just mentioned preceded a decision of the court that the Ga Manche, after taking its position and after being gazetted by the National Office of Chiefs to be inducted into the Ga Traditional Council as the president of the Ga Traditional Council. There have been some form of litigations. However, for some time now, we gathered and we have evidence that some elements within the government are meddling in our chieftaincy matters. They are having meetings with individuals geared towards imposing on us another person in the another person as in me.
So what are you asking the courts? You're asking politicians to stay away?
And we're asking politicians to stay away. Specifically, like I mentioned, we have gathered that some elements of government, we don't want to mention names at the moment. There are some elements of government having meetings with individuals within the Ga state to impose on us the person of Kelvin Taki as a Ga Manche. Realize that from the documents I've given to you, we have a gazetted Ga Manche. We have installed a Ga Manche. He has passed through the customary processes and has been duly gazetted. And there is no issue about who the Ga Manche is. There is only one Ga Manche in the person of Ni Taki Adamalache. There is no issue with respect to who is Ga Manche. Okay.
So the press conference is supposed to warn the so-called politicians you say are working behind the scenes to impose another chief to stay away.
Last week Friday, we had a hint that apart from the invasion of the palace about 3 weeks ago, we had a hint that some individuals intend invading the Paramount Stool House in Accra. So we prompted the security personnel, the James Ford Security, the regional police. We have prompted the mayor and the ministers too about these events. And from our investigation, we realized that there are some elements within the government spearheading this. And this statement is to...
What evidence do you have? You keep saying there are elements within the government, but you don't want to mention names. So why should we believe what you're saying anyway?
Very good. We do not want to mention names because we believe in the rule of law. You can call us whistleblowers. During the campaign of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he promised that they would not meddle in chieftaincy affairs. And we believe that is a man who believes in the rule of law. We are just giving him this hint. We believe that government has the apparatus and the machinery to detect the specific individuals involved in this. That's why we are not mentioning names. We don't want to sound political. We just want to bring this information to the ears of the president and for him to bring such people to order. And we are just observing and watching how things would develop. If we realize that this personality is going on with these machinations, then we would expose it.
Who is this person?
Like I mentioned.
You don't want to mention names.
You see, we don't want to...
But what does he do?
It looks like you are trying to...
What does he do in government?
What does he do in government?
Yes.
He's very close to...
The presidency.
He's very close.
Is he a minister?
He's very, very close.
To who?
Very, very, very close.
To who?
In fact, he's an appointee of the president.
He's a government appointee?
Yes.
Appointed to do what?
You see, we don't want to mention...
You don't need to mention names.
No, we don't need to mention names. I don't think purpose of this release is not to mention a name, but to
It's
remind the president of his promise, and to tell him that, you see, he
that
has
to make good of the promise, right?
Not just to make good of, he has some form of goodwill with the Ghana people. Some elements in his government would make him lose that goodwill. So we are just mentioning it to him that there are people doing such stuff.
So he should look out for those people.
He should look out for those people.
And get them out.
He knows what to do.
All right. Thank you very much for that information. I think it will be instructive for us to get the other side as well to this matter, which we will in our subsequent bulletins. Thank you very much for coming. Right now, though, let's move on with another story. First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo is calling for attitudinal change towards the environment for posterity. She was speaking during a courtesy call on her by the Miss Earth 2016 Deborah Aram Dodo and other beauty queens across the world. They paid a courtesy call on her earlier, and her call comes on the heel of worsening environmental situations in many parts of the country due to illegal mining activities. Rebecca Akufo-Addo assured of her support for a Clean Ghana campaign being spearheaded by Deborah Aram Dodo, which is dubbed Trash in Bin, and it is aimed at encouraging the use of trash bins across Ghana. The beauty queens concluded their visit with a tree planting exercise at the First Lady's office as symbolization of their commitment and resolve at ensuring a successful campaign. And we're staying with the presidency. President Akufo-Addo has assured the chiefs and people of Akyere in the Bunahafo region that the creation of a new region will be done in 18 months. The president made this promise whilst campaigning last year in the run-up to the election. Omahene of Akyere, Ajiuddin Professor Edugyen Fiampim, appealed for a university for the area, as the only academic institution there is a senior high school built in 1962. Meanwhile, the Bunahafo Regional Minister Kweku Asuma-Treme, who was also with the president, has assured of the Regional Security Council's willingness to fight illegal chainsaw operators and illegal miners operating in the Akyere forest. We'll be touching base with our correspondent in the Bunahafo region for more on that story.